Hey there, my Traveling Pisces peeps.
Hey, what's up, fam? What's good?
All right, so today we have the scoop on worldwide travel amidst this deadly virus. If you have travel plans scheduled in 2020, going anywhere in the world by any means of transportation, we have some news for you.
Right, so stay tuned while we break down the very latest news of how long the cruise lines are shut down for and what that means to anyone who has plans to cruise in 2020. What's up?
The worldwide pandemic known as the coronavirus or COVID-19 has pretty much brought the world to its knees and forever changed life as the human race knows it.
Right, so as full-time travelers who live in an RV, we are not exempt to this. We have had to adapt and manage our way around canceled travel plans for cruises, flights, RV resorts, and traveling abroad. So let's start with cruises. All cruise lines all around the world have ceased their operations. In fact, there are over 45 countries worldwide that have closed their ports.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
As of today, the CDC has put the kibosh on cruising to another 100 days, which means in turn it will push back all of the U.S. sail dates until the end of July or the beginning of August.
The cruise lines have not extended their cancellation dates as of yet, but they should be updating their records any day in light of the CDC's latest extension.
We had a cruise planned on Royal Caribbean leaving out of Galveston on May 1st, which has already been canceled. From what we can gather, most of the major cruise lines are offering two options if they cancel the cruise.
You can get either a credit towards a future cruise and an added perk for doing so, or you can get 100% refund. Now remember, this is only if they cancel the cruise.
Right, that is very important to remember.
Right, so let's begin with Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean has announced that all of the ships with sailing dates through May 11th are now canceled. What does this mean for you if you have a cruise booked?
So on Royal Caribbean, you can either get 125% credit towards a future cruise or 100% refund. Now, with so many cruises being canceled, they state that each person should receive an email by April 30th with a credit voucher.
Carnival Cruise Line has suspended all of their sailing dates through May 11th, with the exception to their Alaskan sailings, which have been suspended through June 30th, all of the Carnival Radiance sailings through November 1st, and all of the Carnival Legend through October 30th. Oh, and all of their San Francisco sailings throughout 2020.
Right. We keep saying right.
You keep saying right.
They are offering either 100% refund or 100% cruise credit, and their additional perk depends on how many days you're sailing. If your sailing days are
5 days or less, you will receive a $300 onboard credit, which is per stateroom. Or if your sailing days were 6 or more days, you will receive a $600 onboard credit per stateroom.
Right, so their website also has been updated on how they are implementing new cleaning standards and offering healthy guest cruising tips.
Yeah, and we're going to see that on a lot of the websites. They're all going to be, they're going to try to entice everybody back into sailing and build that confidence again. So just keep a lookout for whatever cruise line you like to cruise with to see what they're doing to, in light of this whole coronavirus.
Right. So, now on to the mouse. Disney Cruise Lines have been canceled through April 28th, with the exception to their Vancouver sailings through the end of June and their European sailings, which are through July 25th. They are offering 100% credit, and or a refund.
Next, we have the Norwegian sailings that are all canceled through May 10th. They offer between 125% to 150% credit to go towards a future cruise. Now, if you have questions about which one applies to you, you want to go onto their website because they have certain criteria so that, it falls within whichever credit scope.
Right. Celebrity sailings are canceled through May 11th, with the exception of their Alaska sailings, which is through July 15th, and Canadian New England through June 16th. They are offering 125% cruise credit or 100% refund.
Now on to the Princess Cruise Lines, that is. They are all canceled through May 10th. They're offering 100% refund in the form of a credit.
If you were sailing between April 9th and May 10th, you will get 100% future credit plus 50% credit, and you have until 2022 to use these credits. And that's pretty impressive.
It really is. Across the industry, they are using this time to do deep cleans of the ships, implementing new extensive sanitation procedures, and are stating that they're even going to be checking passenger temperatures before embarkment.
The cruise industry is really getting hit hard due to the worldwide shutdown. These are unprecedented times, as no cruise line has ever experienced a total shutdown of every one of their ships at once.
You're right. And to make it even more difficult, most are not going to be able to get any sort of bailout from governments because most of them are based offshore in places like the Bahamas. President Trump even stated that the bailout of Carnival will be difficult because it's based out of Panama and not the U.S. And this goes for most all of the other cruise lines as well.
Right. Because they are not registered in the U.S., they are not paying taxes. Therefore, most governments are not going to look at assisting with bailouts.
Right.
Luckily, there is no sign, though, of any of the cruise lines permanently shutting down. Unfortunately for us, cruisers, this means we will most likely see great prices to book the cruise, but lots of add-on prices once aboard.
Hopefully, it won't get out of hand to where you feel like you're getting nickel and dime for every little thing. After this is all over, I'm sure we will see cheaper cruise prices so that they can entice people back onto the ships. When you are rebooking, though, make sure to check out the costs of the drink packages, the restaurants. I mean, who knows? The buffet may end up having a daily cost now. Activities that used to be free, such as the shows and the events. Look at your gratuities. This is going to be a big one that we may be impact on. Also the port fees and the taxes.
Hopefully they don't get rid of the buffets.
I know. We're going to hate that part. Yes, and the self-serve ice cream. Hopefully they still have that. But yeah, you want to look at it all very carefully because most likely the charges are going to be hidden somewhere that we're not used to paying for these things. And we don't want to be surprised at the end of the cruise when we get that bill on the last night.
Now, where canceled cruises get even trickier are for those of us that have flights in order to get there to cruises. Yep. So we have looked up the policies for most major airlines, and all are stating that if you have flights between certain dates, they are offering refunds and or rebooking and waiving the change fees.
Yep. So check out our next video, Major Flight Cancellations, Updated Travel Cancellations Due to the Coronavirus, Part 2, for that information. If you're planning a cruise on a cruise line not listed, or if you have a cruise that has been canceled, what are you doing? Please leave a comment below or any additional information that we might have missed. We would love to hear from you. Until this pandemic is over, we urge you to stay inside. We do thank you for watching.
Wash your hands.
Yes, and if you found this information helpful, please give us a social distanced thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.
Ciao for now.